some of you probably going through this right now. Let's talk about why we are overthinking things and how trauma is the culprit of it. And I'm going to be talking to you and sharing these notes with you that I had to reflect on. And maybe that's probably why I have not done a video in the last week, since last week rather, because I've been overthinking it. And in my time of reflection, I realized the reason why I would overthink things is because I was scared. I was scared of making a fool of myself. I was scared of sounding stupid. Y'all, let me tell you, I hated to be embarrassed. Oh my gosh. It's like if I was embarrassed, that was like, oh, I'm about to leave. I'm about to go meet Jesus right now because I am embarrassed and I cannot live it down. Because growing up, when I was in elementary school and in junior high, I remember this one moment. Actually, this happened when I was in high school. I remember this one moment. I was on the bus. This was 10th grade. And it was hot outside, y'all. So I don't even know why I had this. We called them toboggans down here in the South. And I know that a hat, a beanie, is not a toboggan. So I had this hat on my head. And it was hot outside. And I saw one of my friends walking. I guess they was walking off campus, but I was already on my bus, and the bus was getting ready to leave. So I put down the window and I yelled out the window, "Go in the house!" Yeah, no. I really wanted to say go home, but I said go in the house. So this guy that was riding my bus, he was in the back and he heard me say it, and I heard him say to somebody that was sitting in the seat with him, "Did she just say go in the house?" Y'all, I was so freaking embarrassed. I slouched down in my chair and I did not get up out of that chair until my bus stopped in front of my apartment where I lived at. That was so embarrassing. And I was like, Lord, I ain't gonna never do nothing like that ever again. But with trauma tends to make a person overthink things. And I'm gonna give you 5 reasons why. And I'm telling y'all something that I have experienced and I have been through. And it's not easy. But I had to work my way out of it. And at times I still work my way out of it. Just like on this journey being a Christian content creator. I tend to overthink things a lot. So this is one thing. Fear of mistakes. You don't want to make a mistake. Because if you make a mistake, then that means, dog, this ain't going to be right. That ain't going to be right. So it's like all of these things are going on in your mind. And I'm going to give you a solution for that. So the solution is clarity comes from action, not thought. Let me say that again. Clarity comes from action, not thought. Now, the second reason why a person overthinks is doubt. And doubt is a thief. It is a thief, y'all, I'm telling you. Because I doubted myself a lot, especially when I was going through DV in my first marriage. And I would doubt myself a lot because of the verbal abuse, the emotional abuse, the financial abuse. I doubted myself a lot and I could not think for myself. So that's another thing that really just caused me to overthink a lot, is just the doubt. And I'm going to give you a healing tip for that. So rebuild trust by keeping small promises to yourself. Build trust by keeping small promises. If you tell yourself something small, follow through with it. And then slowly but surely, the doubt will go away. This is a third reason: control issues. I didn't think that I had control issues, but I come to find out I have control issues in some areas of my life. And I'm like, Lord, I need you to help me with this. And it stemmed again from the trauma that I have experienced in my life, not just in my marriage, but I also experienced domestic abuse in family. So it's just like I wanted to control the situation. I wanted to control the outcome. I wanted to control the result. I wanted to control the process of how I go through things. I was trying to control everything, and it was not working, y'all. It was not working. And another healing tip that I will share with you concerning controlling issues: learn to sit with uncertainty without letting it run you. You are never, ever, ever going to know how a thing is going to turn out. Number 4, this is something that I have dealt with a lot, and I'm sure you've dealt with it too, and that's avoiding pain. We don't like pain. Pain hurts. Pain hurts. And avoiding it does not help. When I avoided my pain when I was making a decision and getting the courage to leave my ex-husband, my first marriage. I wanted to just avoid the pain altogether. People don't tell you this. They're not going to tell you this, that healing hurts. And that's the pain that I was avoiding. And that's the pain that you're avoiding too. You don't want to go through the healing of what you've experienced in your life. You don't want to peel the layers of that onion. You don't want to get to the core of it, but you eventually have to get to the core of the issue so that way you can be healed, and that healing will start to become better and better and better and better as your life goes on. And this is just a creative tip that I want to share with you. Try expressive writing. On this channel, y'all will hear me talk a lot about journaling, and that is how I was able to get past avoiding the pain that I was feeling and that I was trying to get away from, run away from. I had to write my pain out because there was a lot of times that it was hard to express it, and there's a lot of times where it's hard for you to express your pain, and sometimes you just have to write it out. So that's one creative tip that I would definitely give you. And another one is art. Draw, paint. Do art where you have no control. Just let your body and the brush move you wherever, whatever you feeling takes you on that canvas, on that paper, or whatever it is. That it can be a piece of clothing that you drawn on, something. But just do something to express yourself in a way, in a creative way, to get rid of that pain, to at least let that pain start to smooth out and heal. And number 5, fear of judgment. I did a video, y'all, today, and I was singing, and I thought I was sounding good too, y'all. Oh God, I thought I was sounding good, honey, until I got to that one note. But that's what happens when you think you sounding good in the car and that wrong note come out. And then I decided, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to put this up because I don't want nobody talking about me. I don't want nobody laughing. But every time I looked at it, I laughed because that's just a part of life. And sometimes when you're overthinking, you are fearful of judgment from people, not just from other people, but from yourself. Because there are times where you judge yourself, and it doesn't always feel good. Avoiding judgment being fearful of judgment, don't let don't let that stop you from doing what you feel is right for you to do. And there was times where I replayed conversations in my mind, even the conversations that I had with my ex-husband. When I was bold enough to fight back verbally, which was not the right response to give when I was going through that with him. But I was just replaying those conversations and how I was thinking about how I was trying to express myself and tell him, don't talk to me like that. I would replay those conversations all the time, and you're replaying those conversations in your mind too. And you may not have experienced domestic violence, but you probably experienced in a fight that you had with your sibling or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, and you replaying what you said, and then sometimes you think, God Almighty, I should have said this, but then your conversation is long gone, and then you like, ah, dang, why didn't I say that? Why didn't I think of that, at that moment? This is a mindset shift that I want to share with you. You're not responsible for how others receive your truth. You're not responsible for that. Don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. Just know that it will be okay. If you just realize those 5 ways and 5 reasons why you overthink, and you just take what I'm saying to you and really just reflect on it, things will begin to get better. Thinking doesn't mean you're broken, because you're not. It means you care. But caring too much about the wrong things will drain you. They will definitely drain you. So don't overthink too much, because I found out that when you overthink, you talk yourself out of a blessing. This space is held for you to be who God created you to be. Nothing more and nothing less.